So apparently the Eggman is actually done with Halo Infinite. Let's react to it.
So 343 has given us their latest update for Halo Infinite and a brand new roadmap. Don't worry guys, these deadlines you can for sure count on this time. The last roadmap, that was a fluke. With this latest 30-minute video by 343 Industries, it seems that for many, all hope is lost for Halo Infinite.
Yep, I already gave up since I was done with the story. Like, the multiplayer was such a disappointment, man. Holy shit.
That's the kind of vibe it feels like. Now, before we get into my well-deserved rants, let's calm down for a couple minutes. Nobody wanted 343 to fail when they took over Halo from Bungie, except for maybe the PlayStation fanboys, right? But besides them, I don't think anybody was
like, yeah, we all wanted to be wrong about our criticism. We actually, like, every single Halo fan gave this game a fucking fair shot. Most of them did. But it was just so pathetic, the launch of this game, and the maintenance even more so.
Sitting there like, yeah, I hope MCC is broken for 3 years, and your childhood dream of playing Combat Evolved Online just evaporates into fucking lava. Every Halo fan right now that is pissed off about the current state of Infinite and 343 wants to be proven wrong. Every single thing I say in this video, every bit of criticism, I want it thrown back in my face, and I want someone at 343 to say, haha, loser, you were wrong. That's what I want. I also want to mention that most of my complaints are squarely targeted at management at 343 and Microsoft, and also the previous leadership who were fired and or left 343. Try to guess who I'm talking about. The actual programmers and community managers, the people doing the work on...
they actually give their best. Like, don't flame those people, man. The problem at 343 Studios, Industries, is that they are really outsourcing all their shit. Like, or they have contracts with people. They just work there for a few months or for 1 year or something like that, and then it becomes really detached and the project isn't something precious anymore, I guess. It feels empty with no soul.
The front lines, I'm sure, are doing their best to make efficient, consistent updates. I have no doubt the teams are filled with talent and passion, but talent and passion can't save a team if your head coach is a dumbass and he's calling the wrong plays and not putting in the right players when he needs to. What in the world?
You got a guy on either side.
Such bad management. It's insane.
They don't even try to run a play.
I'm here to tell you that old Act Man is back, and it's time to brace for impact.
Let's go. Like, can you remember the old Act Man videos where he flamed Halo 5 to death? Man, those were good old times. You need to watch them. Maybe I just re-react to that shit again. Like, I think it will be nostalgic.
You will watch this.
So let's look at the roadmap and the recent news, and I'll try to give you a rundown without getting angry. Season 2 has been extended to last 10 months, which now triples the length it was originally intended to be. There will be a winter update so that 343 can technically make good on their promise of no more 6-month seasons. Season 3 won't be 6 months long if we just say it's season nothing for 4 months. In this winter update, we will get the Forge Beta, campaign co-op, mission replay, a free 30-tier battle pass, 2 new maps, a match XP beta, a new mode, a couple events, and some quality of life improvements. Season 3 has officially been announced as Echoes Within, because the Echoes Within me...
Like, this seems like an important update which should have been there since the beginning, I guess. Maybe wait with the release of Infinite till like the main things are done, because you are guaranteed to get a hype wave with starting out the game, and if you have most of the game modes in the game at the start, more people will stick to it, especially with something like fucking Forge. That shit is important.
We cannot stop screaming. This will come with 2 new maps, the return.
The co-op multiplayer was also, not there.
Return of the DMR, a new piece of equipment, purchasable 100-tier battle pass, custom game browser, in-game reporting, new modes, narrative events, and other things. And this new roadmap of exciting content is all subject to change.
Oh, what the fuck ever?
That's right, because you can't count on 343 to make clear, definitive deadlines for absolutely anything. Keep in mind, this is a roadmap of what they're aiming for. This is 343's best case scenario, and it's causing everyone to abandon ship.
Nah. You're kidding me. Like I thought this the shit they posted, which they have shown us. I thought that it was like done with that update already. What? like this is the minimum of what you can bring, and he says that this is the perfect scenario if that this succeeds. What
so
the
now
hell?
It's time for me to be
Angry.
2 new maps.
Yeah.
In 1 year of
Right,
live
so?
service.
You serious right now?
You gotta be better.
Come on now, man.
Come on now, man.
You gotta be better.
It's crazy.
After a year and a half, the
Fucking
game
sad.
will get new sandbox tools that leakers have already discovered months ago. And that's besides the point that they haven't even brought up any new vehicles. Oh, we've seen the Falcon in leaks, but who knows when that's coming? Remember before the game came out and we knew the Banished were going to return, and we thought to ourselves, man, imagine all the cool Banished vehicles that are going to be in this game. And it
Holy
was
shit.
the same shit
I was
that
so
we've had
hyped.
before. This is pathetic.
This is outrageous.
But we'll talk about the roadmap and content later. A few days ago, we heard from 343 community managers that big things are coming soon. We are about to emerge from this cocoon. And I thought they were going to do something crazy like, boom, here's a surprise Forge launch. Go on, go ahead, folks. You love it. You love it. Go make some maps. Or here's a brand new update that completely overhauls the progression system. Hey guys, we finally fixed the desync issue.
Like this right here is the entirety of the multiplayer. It's something a child can do. Like this shit. Who comes up with such a bad idea with those challenges? They're so boring. No one wants to do them. People are forced to do them. They just can't enjoy normal Halo matches. They must do this shit to get progress. It doesn't matter if you just play enough. That's the sad thing.
I expected something like that. Yes, you emerged from a cocoon, and what's inside? A dead moth. You emerged from the cocoon to do what exactly? Delay every feature that has been promised, and to outright cancel a feature promised over 5 years ago.
Imagine.
Get the fuck out of here.
What did you think?
I just don't get it. How aren't they able to do that shit? Like back in the day, when games were much simpler. They just implemented split screen co-op like it was nothing. Like for 4 people, man, on one shitty ass console, which was probably overheating because of a 4-player co-op, man. But it was fun.
Think the reaction was going to be. Halo fans are an irate bunch, I know, because I am one myself. But why is the fan base so up in arms this time? Why does it feel like it's the final straw? How did Fire343 get trending on Twitter? If you've been following Infinite since its reveal in 2018, it's impossible to articulate.
Bro, the trailers also give just false hope, straight up. Open world was so disappointing. Like you saw all these animals, like people furious about some things in the shadows, like in the trailer where they look like flood. Is there flood on this planet? I don't know. On the ring, and the wildlife. How will they impact the system? Like, is the flood gonna take over wildlife? And we get all those parasites, those different shits, like Banished combinations, like new factions, like maybe 2 different factions which fight each other, like a rogue alliance and the Banished on the same ring, and we're fighting each other to gain control over areas. Meanwhile, the humans are like totally fucked and are just in small camps to actually survive, are getting captured, or only are doing those secret operative missions to get by. Look, I just got a better story in just a few seconds than this whole charade. This is fucking garbage. Like, yeah, the relationship between Master Chief Cortana and I forgot this Spanish dude. I can't remember. Maybe he was American. I don't know, man. I don't give a shit. Like, he was there. Was a bit emotional. The Master Chief also got some emotions back, I guess. He talked like a human for a bit. And there was also Cortana with more lore and shit. And yeah, that was it. It was the same mission, repeated over and over again. With some fancy cutscenes. Bowser boss fight at the end. And that was it. Fucking boring.
Just how badly this game has been handled over the last 4 years and how disappointing it
The gameplay was lit, though.
all has been. I don't even know where to start. The launch of Infinite
But the gameplay loop wasn't.
went exceptionally well for a few weeks, and ever since then it has been straight down the gutter. The proverbial nail in the coffin for me has been split screen co-op as being completely canceled. Not Twitter canceled, no. Actually canceled.
What?
Sorry, you can't ever play this game with your friends or siblings or loved ones in the same room.
Why the fuck not?
That feature
You're kidding
is
me.
not a priority for us at 343 Industries. Sorry we misled you. In this one foul swoop, 343, you
This
have
is straight up false advertising. Because they said before the game release that there will be split screen co-op. I downloaded it. I pre-ordered it. My friend said as well. We opened the game. And there was no fucking split screen or co-op. And we thought, yeah, maybe we'll update in like a few weeks. Maybe. Now we are here. 1 year later. Half a year. I don't know. But we got nothing.
finally and completely lost any and all trust and faith I had in you as a company, as a brand, and as the shepherds of Halo.
Same.
Again, I want to be wrong about that.
The downfall
This is
of companies.
a disaster. And
It's
it's
so sad.
all on the shoulders of Bonnie Ross, Kiki Wolfkill, Frank O'Connor, and Phil Spencer, as well as any Xbox and Microsoft leadership involved with the production and planning for this game.
Yeah.
You all fucked up. You fucked up bad. You fucked up so bad. I can't even wrap my pea-sized brain around it. You promised this feature to be in all Halo FPS titles moving forward.
You're a liar!
You promised that in 2017 after the backlash from Guardians.
You're a liar!
Your current CEO said this.
We didn't put split screen in with Halo 5. I think it's incredibly painful for the community and for us. You know, I think it erodes trust with the community, as the community is part of our world building. A lot of learnings from that, and I would say for any FPS going out forward.
I've seen this shit. Like, I actually believe so. I was so full of hope back in the day, man. I'm sorry for pausing so much. If you don't want to get so many pauses, just watch the original video, by the way. But this is fucking depressing.
We will always have split screen in going forward, but painful learnings.
Liar!
Your previous creative director, Chris Lee, said that yes, split screen co-op was a priority for Infinite. And then in 2020, he said yes, co-op is gonna launch with the game.
So that was a fucking lie.
For
Not a
5
primitive
years,
man.
you have reassured us countless times that this is something you want to accomplish. It's coming, don't worry, we hear you. You haven't heard shit. What were you trying to pull a fast one? You think we just forget that your CEO got up on stage and just fucking lied to your consumers and fans and people like me who promoted this game thinking it was gonna be the next big thing?
Yeah.
Tell us what you know, you goddamn liar!
Get
Bro,
my
they
hopes
already look like they don't have any idea about Halo. Like, it's...
up to play this game split screen co-op with whoever I wanted to try to relive the glory days. You fucking lied to me. And what do you have to show for it? Nothing. You have nothing else to soften the blow. Sorry, I just kicked you in the dick. I promise the pain will go away. Never before has this clip been more relevant.
Every decision you've made led us from bad to worse.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, You canceled split screen co-op. All right, terrible news, but you must have a spectacular reason for doing so. I mean, is this somehow going to save starving children in Africa, or what's the reason?
We have had to make the difficult decision not to ship campaign split screen co-op and take the resources that we would use on that and go after this list and all these other things we're going to talk about.
Resources. You know what company is behind 343 Industries? It's fucking Microsoft. Do you really think we don't have enough resources, man? I don't know.
In just a sec.
You are reallocating the resources for split screen to work on the live service. Excuse me?
What live service?
Are you trying to be a fucking funny man with me right now? Do I look like I'm laughing? You are the developers of the flagship video game series for a company that just dropped $70 billion to acquire the biggest and most profitable game studios this side of the planet. Phil Spencer just dropped $70 billion to acquire Activision Blizzard as if he was just buying a car for his 16-year-old son. This deal was 10 times more expensive than what George Lucas sold Star Wars for. Fucking Star Wars. And you're trying to tell me that you don't have the resources to produce features that debuted in 2001. Was this game's development funded entirely by a back alley crack deal?
You blew it!
Yeah.
You had it all and you blew it!
Seems like it.
You are on the fucking box. Halo is on the box of the Series X. This was meant to be the landmark title for this new generation of Xbox. And you have fucked it up. I'm pissed because you lied to me, okay? Because I was there defending you and hyping people up, and I wanted this game to be great, and I wanted bygones to be bygones, and, you know, it's like, yeah, I'm passionate about these games. I'm passionate, and I'm gonna be mad when the developers don't meet expectations. So many people were riding on this game thinking it was gonna be, you know, a big hit, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna be able to, you know, make Halo content and really grow and thrive from that. I hate that the Halo content I make is this. The Series X is meant to be the world's most powerful console, and yet we can't even play your flagship title in the same fucking room. This is how you represent Xbox. This is how you represent Microsoft Game Studios. And if I was anyone worth my salt working high up on the food chain, I'd be looking at 343 and asking myself, whoa, whoa, whoa. Has anybody seen what is happening? Despite that, I appreciate that people at 343 haven't just, like, that the game hasn't just been canceled. I mean, maybe it's good, maybe it's bad, maybe just starting fresh would be good, but I don't know. There's serious doubts around 343 and their ability to manage game development in a way that it is, like, basic expectations. Even indie games don't have problems with creating a progression system, yet Multiverses and Splitgate just fucking blow Halo Infinite out of the water. You don't even have a progression.
Yeah, Splitgate is like 10 times better than Infinite. It's so sad.
System. The incompetence has gotten so extreme. It feels like this is a front, like tinfoil hat. Maybe someone has actually infiltrated 343 and Microsoft and has intentionally sabotaged the game.
Yeah,
like that
probably.
Seems like a better explanation than just nobody there.
Some PlayStation fanboy did that.
Working, or you know, maybe it's corporate deadlock, and it's like, hey, can we make the game better? Nope. Run this update through 500 different people, and then if one of them says no, doesn't go through. Maybe it's deadlock, but I don't know. If you don't think Infinite is in dire straits right now, think about this, okay? Battlefield 2042 has more players on Steam and offers a better live service than Infinite. The game that looks like this, fucking this, is doing better than Halo Infinite. The game I said was the absolute worst multiplayer FPS title I have ever played in my entire life. That game is doing better than Infinite. It's an embarrassment. I'm not trying to be negative with these videos, but this is how I feel. Every positive thing 343 does is always overshadowed with 20 other negative things. We have this drop pod that fixes aspects of the multiplayer, but then, oh yeah, we also took out a lot of the fun things to do in the campaign.
Yeah, those reallocating those different resources into some other aspects. I saw that shit. You know, I saw some really successful video on YouTube where they showed how they made the sounds in Infinite, like with real guns. So they went outside and carefully like recorded that shit, like high effort and shit like that. But there's no split screen co-op, like the basic human needs. It's like there's a dude who's starving, who needs water, who needs some real food. The only thing what you give him is like $10 million caviar, like only a spoonful. And that's it. He does anyway. It doesn't matter if that one aspect is of high quality if you don't give him a fucking full course meal.
Now, what really blows my mind are people trying to downplay the significance of split screen and its importance. I mean, you're not wrong. It's not as common for people to play split screen as it was back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, that's true.
However, I have seen so many people write comments like, I played every campaign with my daughter in anticipation to play Infinite with her, and now I never will. Thanks, 343. Or, yes, I won't get to play this with my best friend. And we are reliving the same exact thing that happened on Halo 5's launch night.
This is a world where nothing is solved. Someone once told me time is a flat circle.
Even if split screen isn't as important as it used to be, why are you okay with 343 lying to you?
We will always have split screen in going forward.
Are you sure about that?
Why would you be okay with them making promises of what to expect, then admitting they have no intention to deliver on those promises? Why are you okay with the game having fewer options and appealing to even less people? Why do you want Halo Infinite to be less accessible? Halo used to offer something for everyone, and that was before the meme.
It is a little something for everyone.
It truly did. Bang for...
Like they actually wanted to make a fun, casual, with some pro aspects at least, experience for the general player base. Like it should be an arcade likely shooter with your friends. What they tried to achieve with, like, for example, Halo 5 was to make a competitive esports game. And yeah, there's no esports scene in that, I guess. And with Halo Infinite, I don't know what that was, but it was not even that. It was just nothing. Bare bones.
You have nothing else to soften the blow. Sorry, I just kicked you in the dick.
Holy shit. Where was I?
That game is doing better than Infinite. The campaign. Okay, with the game
I was
having fewer options and appealing to even less people. Why do you want Halo Infinite to be less accessible? Halo used to offer something for everyone, and that was before the meme.
It is a little something for everyone.
It truly did. Bang for your buck was the term thrown around. Up through Reach, Halo had built up all these various communities, and 343 has simply just been tearing them down one by one, piece by piece. Griffball, get out of here. Forge, don't care about you. Race kids, get fucked. Campaign co-op, don't give a shit. And they've just been tearing this franchise apart. It's at this point of the video that I inform all of you, I'm officially boycotting Halo Infinite.
Same.
Cringe. Now, before you cringe and roll your eyes, yes, I agree. Normally, boycotting a video game is petty and unnecessary. However, it's only in this rare instance that I actually feel it's justified and warranted. And I encourage anyone else who feels the same way as me to boycott the game as well. Don't go out of your way to, like, harass people that still play it and have fun, but just make the decision yourself. I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna pay for anything. I'm gonna uninstall and I'm gonna focus on other things.
Yeah,
that's
already
what I'm
did
going to do. After this video, until 343 and Bonnie Ross make good on their 5-year promise to deliver split screen co-op into every Halo FPS moving forward.
Always have split screen in.
I cannot in good faith support this company, this game, or continue to make content on it. This might be the last Halo Infinite video I make.
Nobody cares.
I don't care how impressive Forge is. I don't care how cool the wacky custom games are. I don't care if Halo Infinite moving forward gets the best live service treatment ever. Until split screen co-op is made a priority like you said it would be, I want no part of this.
Yeah,
And this is all besides the point that fans have already discovered a glitch to play split screen. That's right, fans have to glitch themselves into campaign co-op split screen because 343 can't figure it out for some reason. That just blows my mind. It's like, and people have shown it works on the Xbox One. So the idea that like it's a hardware limitation, it gets harder and harder to believe that.
It's a lie.
It's like, what are you doing? Making a mistake.
Making a mistake. Making a mistake.
Halo Infinite.
It was exactly like in Chris Hansen, and they don't know what to say.
Is on track to have more delays than Duke Nukem Forever. The roadmaps get delayed, the seasons get delayed, the games get delayed. We can't meet deadlines on anything we say we're going to, and all we get out of these promises is just excuses. We've given you every benefit of the doubt possible up to this point, man. It's just 5 years in development, 1 year delay. We didn't even know the title of this game until 3 years after Guardians came out. In the time a new Halo normally would have already been released. It's like, how many chances do you get? How many chances do you get? Is this gonna be another 3 to 4 year deal with MCC where the game is finally like at a reasonable place? 3 years after launch, is that where we're headed? All we get are words and excuses. We can't add more playlists because of UI.
Like we have actually more players on MCC than on Infinite.
Limitations. Hold on 1 second. Why do you have UI limitations in a game you've designed from the ground up to be live service? Where was Captain Hindsight on that one? We are discussing the feasibility of a Slayer playlist. Nobody at 343 thought not having a Slayer playlist was a good idea. Well, clearly somebody did because the game launched 3 weeks early without one. Look, I'm not saying it's impossible for Halo Infinite to make a comeback. I'm saying it's improbable. It's improbable that Halo Infinite ever gets the support it truly needs. It seems on a foundational level, the game is fucked up.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
The engine is fucked up, and the way they built the game around the engine is completely compromised. The contracting issue means that all this spaghetti code has to be untangled, and it's like a giant drawer of wires, and that shit's gonna take forever to untangle. I want to see this game make a No Man's Sky or Destiny type of resurgence. I just don't think it's likely. If you ask for more time and you get it, then you have to produce results.
Yeah, Destiny 2, is it really that great? Like, I don't really think it's worth its money they want from you with those insane costs, DLC costs. Yeah, like I've thought of it. That shit was pretty greedy, man. Like, look at Warframe. You got all that shit for free.
Just keep.
Yeah, it's pretty pay to win, and you need to grind stuff for like an eternity. But at least you can play the entire story and do nearly everything before paying for all that stuff.
Dangling the keys in front of us.
Just takes time.
Ooh, shooty. That's the thing. All these updates have bad news, but without anything to compensate. If you absolutely had to cut out split screen co-op, then at least soften the blow with Infection or 2 new maps or anything. Any new maps. I had to replay the campaign with friends has been pretty much obliterated because of how much fucking drama surrounds this basic ass feature. And even then, this roadmap is subject to change. They also had to delay the roadmap from January to April. They missed the deadline for a roadmap. It's like, this is a live service game and we don't know what the fuck we're doing until April. It just feels like 343 either doesn't listen to feedback or is completely incapable of making any legitimate changes based on feedback, right? When word first came out that Infinite was going to have a progression system based solely on accomplishing arbitrary challenges, we all said, that doesn't sound like a good idea. Could you change that? That was back in August, and aside from the bare minimum changes to make progressing the Battle Pass actually feasible, there's still no way to level up and gain XP outside of challenges. When we all played the flights in July 2021, and we heard that the color blue was going to be $5, and we wouldn't have any control over the armor coatings and creating our own colors, we all said, that should probably change. With over a year to start addressing some of the most monumental and universal complaints, what has 343 done to enhance the customization and move towards that idea of cross-core customization, all barriers down? What have they done? Visors. The easiest thing they possibly could have made cross-core. Visors. So great. With a year under your belt, you've effectively done 10% of what fans are asking for in this one category of the game. Now, what about the stuff in the roadmap? Well,
no one
if
cares
this
about that.
was coming out a month before launch, and this was season 1 and 2, only lasting 3 months, I'd say it's pretty damn good. I'm bummed that Forge and Co-op are delayed, but I'm looking forward to it. This roadmap coming 9 months after release is unacceptable. You're talking about the goal of achieving seasonality, and we're 9 months in. You had 6 years to figure out how to achieve.
You know what the No Man's Sky team did after they fucked up bad? Like, it was like really at the beginning. They shut down everything, or like with emails and shit, and all the problems got relocated to the dude who was head of all that shit, yeah. And they just sat in their rooms and worked on the game to improve it. What did Infinite do? In all those months, I see no effort. We were maybe they were procrastinating all the time, and I thought, oh damn, one day left till the next update or what? And we didn't do anything. Yeah, let's delay that again, I guess.
Seasonality. This is the story of the turtle and the hare, except the hare never slowed down and the turtle keeps falling on its shell every 5 steps. You are behind. And I think the most baffling thing to me is the sheer lack of maps. Apparently, not a single person in 343 Industries' current game development staff is capable of making a map using the tools they have. Apparently, all the people at 343 are also incapable of taking someone else's map and being able to put it into the rotation for the multiplayer without breaking the game. Why? Where are the maps, dude? 2 maps in a year would be abysmal for a Battlefield title, but Halo? It's downright pathetic. And the 2 new ones in November are gonna be forged, so not even made with dev tools. Like, how hard is it realistically possible to make a new map and put it in the rotation every 2 months? Whether it's a remake or something brand new. How are the teams at 343 so underutilized and ill-prepared that new maps can only come every 6 months? I mean, fuck, man. You people have already remade Guardian, and it's like that's the first thing in a long time that's really gotten me excited. Why can the fans remake Guardian, but you can't? You know what I mean? Look at this graph comparing the
like, it doesn't need to be exactly like Guardian. Maybe like a new vision of that map would be interesting.
Support of Guardians to Infinite, and it's just like no contest. And here's the thing, even though I talked all this shit on Guardians in the past, I still played it a whole lot. You know why? Because the updates were substantial.
Yeah, the thing with Guardians was the game itself was actually fun. Like the multiplayer, most of the people just hated the decisions they made in the campaign specifically. Like they really hated that shit. Yeah, the multiplayer, it's bad moments. It didn't really feel like Halo, like not that much, but at least it was good in my opinion. Like it was a decent game which you could play, and I could see people like actually having fun with, even though it straight from the path of a true Halo game. It was something different, but not that bad. Quite decent.
Even though I was displeased with certain aspects of the game, the new content was interesting and fun to play around with if for a time. That and MCC was broken. You know the map Rat Race? Hardy LaBelle, the lead multiplayer designer for Combat Evolved, made Rat Race in a fucking afternoon, while he was learning the tools he would then use to make the other maps. In his own opinion, it's not a map he's necessarily proud of. Then what's the holdup at 343? Just remake Rat Race, okay? Let's get the easiest possible map Halo has ever had and just remake it. I'd take anything. Yes, game development is hard, but it can't be this hard because nobody else in the AAA gaming space seems to have this amount of dysfunction, except Cyberpunk and Anthem and Back 4 Blood.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Actually, a lot of other AAA developers have.
Okay, that's true.
Like the mismanagement is off the charts, right? Because they already had to take Last Spartan Standing out of the rotation of playlists because of population issues. So all the dev time spent creating that mode has basically just been wasted. And that was the brand new game mode, the focal selling point of this season that is supposed to last 10 months. Forge is the one saving grace of Infinite, and that's only because fans have been cyber hacking and making all this cool stuff. Not to mention that the custom games browser won't be launching alongside it, so we don't even know if file share or custom games are going to be fixed in November.
Wow.
I wager no. Mission replay is
Probably
kind
not.
of cool, a level selector. It's not really impressive. It's kind of like saying, hey guys, we just launched the new pause feature. Now, there will be a free 30-tier battle pass, but what's funny is that the battle pass is made up of content and armor that data miners discovered back in November. It's just been finally released now. Match XP beta. It's not enough to expect this feature that has been implemented in literally every FPS game with a progression system. It's too unreasonable to think performance-based progression would come a year after launch. No, we gotta beta this shit. How much XP do you get? Is it too much? Is it too little? We can't figure that out. Call it a beta. I'm getting so sick of half-ass features being tested on us and then released. I was fine with that before the game came out, but it's like, dude, just finish this shit. I've never heard of a match XP beta or like a developer needing to flight or test a progression system after a game's full release. Covert One flag, it sounds interesting. I would probably be more interested in it if weapons like the Pulse Carbine were reworked to be fun and satisfying to use. A couple events, at least the happening.
Bro, the old Carbine was so satisfying. Like the Halo 2 one, it was nearly perfect. It was my favorite weapon in Halo 2, man.
Cool modes, but these events are, of course, 90% entirely focused on cosmetics and selling new armor. In-game reporting. I honestly thought this was already in the game, but then I remembered that 343 has been asking players to submit tickets and complaints on a completely different website disconnected from the video game itself. New narrative events. I can't wait to continue the story of I'm a Spartan, you're a Spartan. Let's go play multiplayer. And arguably the worst part of this update is everything that wasn't mentioned, which we can probably axe off the list completely. Playable elites? Get fucked. Nah, of course not.
Greetings!
Infection? Well, we all joked they'd save Infection for a Halloween theme event, but who would have guessed that that would be generous? Assassinations? Pfft, get real. If only we could figure out how to monetize those, then maybe. Firefight? Shit, man, they haven't once brought up PvE experiences or brought up the name Firefight, so that's probably not coming ever. File share and theater fixes? Yeah, no. The theater's been broken in 343's games for 10 years. That's not changing anytime soon. Custom games? Well, I did ask 343 if customs would ever be fixed, and they said, yeah, stay tuned. That was 6 months ago. I have stayed tuned, and I have yet to get an update. So, I gotta wrap this up. I've wanted nothing more than to be completely wrong about 343 and their ability to handle the franchise and Halo Infinite. It looked like in 2018 this was the start of the redemption arc. You know? Yeah. New slip space engine, brand new console. I had very little complaints from 2018 to 2021.
The thing is, I thought the new engine would make things easier, because the problem for old engine was like, yeah, we had problems with implementing all these new systems and mechanics into Halo 5, for example, but Infinite? How? I don't know, man.
In comparison to the levels of hype of what was being showed off for Infinite. Still, as a Halo fan, I won't ever stop loving the franchise. It's baked into my DNA.
Yep.
But I've certainly stopped enjoying 343's spin on Halo. I'm supremely disappointed and at a loss for words at this point. I'm not going to play this game ever again until split-screen co-op returns. I'll continue to make Halo videos, don't worry about that, but I won't be covering Infinite in the foreseeable future.
Hating on it, yeah.
Now, I think it's best if the Halo and Paper Mario fan base come together and start their own support group. So, thank you all for watching this video. I really dislike making super negative content like this, but it's kind of necessary at times.
We need it.
At least I don't like doing it for Halo, because I've done that so much. But this is it for me. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to The Act Man for more awesome content. Alright everyone, that's all I got for today. This is The Act Man signing out.
See ya.
Peace!
Okay. It was disappointing. I actually was in a good mood at the beginning. And now I think I just want to go to bed, man. This is too much. Holy shit. Do the necessary stuff. Subscribe to the 8man. And to me as well if you want to see more content. Bye.